Other way around, though. I want to go invisible after I've shouted it.
That's fine, too.
Yeah, so shout the word, pop up some invisibility, and...
Make a performance check.
Come on, you're a bard. This is a thing that you do.
I'm also the world's worst bard.
If you'd been drinking the water, you'd have advantage on this.
Yes.
I do.
That's true.
I do. Oh, yeah, advantage. Hold on a second.
And
Trackpad rolling is the worst.
You set down the 22, which is sad.
Yeah, I know, don't... Alright, so I've got the 16 plus 4 is 20, so I'm good.
Umfiz, from where you're standing, right behind you, Parsley cries out some weird, archaic, elvish word, then casts invisibility on herself. And at the sound of the word, you see the creature's eyes and ears perk up, and it looks around confused, but only for a second. Then it levels its glare back down on you. That brings us to...
Can I move and boot myself around this wall?
Yeah, you can move there.
Alright.
To be clear, though, you're not stealthy. He can't see you, but he definitely can hear you and smell you.
I'm more hiding in plain sight.
That's fine. That's going to bring us to Mr. Frederick.
Okay, first I'm going to move up to about right here.
Okay.
And can I see the monstrosity from right here?
Looks like... Lift up that yellow cartridge there. See if you're going through a wall.
Yeah, lift up Pikachu.
Yep, you got line of sight there. You're fine.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and lash out at him with my mind.
Again with the mind tricks. Go ahead.
And I'm going to throw three psychic power into this.
Yeah, I would.
So that's a 13 to hit, I think.
No, that hits.
Yes.
That hits like 5 times. You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
you're attacking intelligence. This thing can't be too bright.
That makes that a really strong power against a lot of opponents.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that. And I also figured that if we wind up fighting this druid, I'm going to be useless. So that's 18 damage.
18. Okay. I use a third-party chat software when I do D&D, because I like to go back and read the chat log, and Twitch doesn't save it all in Google Chrome. And apparently I just got a mention in the chat. Somebody just looked it up, and it's literally called an owlbear. Thank you. now I know.
Richard, we love you.
And the owlbear, since now I know what it's called, racks its head in pain, back and forth, lashing about in its nest. And it looks much angrier now. And that brings us to the awful monstrosity. Parsley, make a dexterity saving throw.
Of course I do. Big money, no whammies. Yes!
That's not a whammy.
That's big bucks.
That's a nat 20, yep.
You feel the weight of this creature as it's coming in, rushing towards Umfiz, and you're standing in the way, but you're invisible, so it barrels directly into you. And you manage to keep your feet, but now that it sees you're there, it starts lashing out at the space where you're standing with its claws. That's
Duck,
probably
parry,
gonna
dodge,
hit.
weave.
Even with the disadvantage, that hits. Now it's time to finally kill the most annoying bard I've ever dealt with in my life. Who the hell rolled this character up? I don't even know.
This is the best part. This part is the best part.
You don't have any means to mitigate the damage or anything, I don't think. So I'm just going to give you the grand master
Not a
roll.
blessed clue.
This is going to hurt.
$24 damage.
I
Dead.
think that's an insta-jib.
The owlbear blasts into Parsley, and she barely manages to keep her feet. But knowing that there's something there, it just starts racking the air in front of it with its claws and biting down with its beak. and Parsley pain just racks through your body. Instantly, she becomes visible again, and by the time she fades back in to view, her body's laying on the ground, bleeding from several protrusions where this owlbear has ripped flesh away from her, and at 0 hit points. So you know how death saves work and everything, right? Because you're gonna have to start making them next turn. Okay, good.
Oh yeah, no, I've been here.
That brings us to Nimbletuft.
Huh, okay. Well... So I can... Do I get the advantage of a sneak attack since he's engaged with somebody, or does Ice Rolls not count as impersonating?
Ice Rolls does not count anymore. She's unconscious.
Okay. Alright. Let's see, what's on my spell list then? What can I do? You know what? No, I'm just gonna fly out over the river and
Okay.
make a regular arrow attack.
Okay.
So let's see here. That's a 19 to hit
That hits.
for 5 damage.
For 5 damage. And you put an arrow between this thing's shoulder blade, but it doesn't look like it went very deep. It looks like it glanced off one of its strong bones in its forelimbs. That brings us to Laphak. That square does not crumble. You're fine.
Cool.
Cool, man.
All right. Bonus action rage
Okay.
and reckless attack
All right.
on top of it. So I'm gonna roll with advantage to hit this awful monstrosity.
Flip Parsley over. Now, did you take the black cartridge because you're a dark elf?
Absolutely.
Ah, classy.
24 to hit,
That'll hit.
or 26 to hit, but
Yes.
I'm just saying.
I rolled this
Oops.
wisdom save with advantage because she shouted out without having line of sight to it, the calming word, and now nobody else knows it or what it's for or what it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From everyone
The way
else's
it
point of
goes.
view.
Oh, come on! Let's see. 7 damage.
So that's adding your rage damage and everything?
Yeah.
Okay. You come in with the great axe and cleave down at this owlbear, and you get a nice good bite in one of its back haunches. So, how about it, Nadric?
Alright. Umfiz, I gotta grab this chick and pull her out of the way.
Okay.
So I moved up 10. I moved up 15. Move.
Yeah,
her
no, Umfiz
back.
Umfiz does not have to move. You can just walk into
One.
Umfiz's square. As long as you don't end your turn there, you're fine.
Alright, bringing her back over to here.
Okay.
And lay on hands.
For how much?
10.
10. Okay, so, Parsley, you get 10 hit points back.
Yay!
At that point, you guys hear a very sing-song voice from behind the waterfall. And she says, now, my loyal pets. She says, let's not harm our new playthings. I'm sure they come in peace. You do come in peace, don't you? That brings us to Umfiz.
Yes, call up your your beast.
Parsley.
What?
Parsley,
It's your
you know
turn.
the safe word.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
you're
You
prone,
get
but you're
healed.
conscious. You only get half your movement this turn.
I get up, I poke my head around this corner. Is this spot safe?
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, you're behind a gnome. Everything's fine.
Weakly, whimperly go, peace, peace. We come in peace.
Frederick.
I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to repeat that. Yes, we are coming in peace, and I'm gonna get third eye up if I don't already have it up.
Oh, so you're going to use... It's a bonus action, right? To put up third eye?
Yeah, I know that's a bonus action.
Okay.
Saying third eye. Other than that, it's not what. Other than that, I'm not really doing anything. I could attack the owlbear, but I don't want to.
How do you know it's an owlbear?
Because
Right?
It has the body of a bear and a face of an owl. What else is it
I
going to
was
call
just
it?
making that word up.
Right, it's just a made-up word. What if it had the body of an owl and the face of a bear? Would that be weirder or less weird?
That'd be bear owl.
That would be
so.
bear owl.
Nimbletuft, what are you doing?
Well, I've heard my boss say that we're here in peace, so I put my bow away. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna ready an action.
Ready in action. What's the trigger and what's the
Yeah.
action?
The trigger is if this lady who just came out, where is she?
You'll see her. You just heard her from behind the waterfall
okay.
somewhere.
Okay, so I don't see her. Okay, in that case, I can't ready an action.
So
Go
that,
ahead.
but not doing anything, not saying anything.
Nope. Follow my
Laphak.
boss's lead.
I will ready an action as well.
Okay.
As soon as I see the awful monstrosity lash out at one of my party members, I'm going to attack it.
Okay. Nadric.
Okay. Back over here. I'm next to Umfiz now.
Okay.
I was right with the world. And stand by.
Okay.
No action.
After a few seconds of... some of you have called out peace, some of you have stood at the ready. You hear the sing-song voice say the magic word from behind the waterfall, Tairevan. And at that, the creature blinks a few times and opens its mouth very wide, opens its beak very wide and lets out a yawn. And starts heading back to its nest. It is leaving your threat range, Laphak.
So,
Getting
this is where I
attacked.
wanna crit it.
I do need to maintain rage.
You will lose your rage if you don't take this attack of opportunity. That's true.
You know what? I will let the monster be.
Okay, so yeah, you lose that rage then. You are no longer in rage. It was not a very satisfying rage. That was, what, like 4 seconds?
Yeah.
Like, God, I can't even stay mad for 4 seconds.
I
When's
know,
Donald
this
Trump
is-
coming back on the air? Get a good dose.
We're going to build a wall together. It'll be great.
Wow.
And at that, the beautiful woman does step out of the waterfall, step around the cauldron. And she's this beautiful elven maiden, dressed entirely in forest garb, hand-woven robes. She has twigs and flowers laced through her hair. She's not carrying anything. She's not wearing any adornments, no metal, no jewels, no gems. This flowing green and brown cloak that just looks like it was made from good furs here from the woods. And she begins scratching her bear owl behind its ear, and she begins worrying at some of the wounds that it's been dealt.
You must be the witch that's poisoning the town and ruining part of our business.
She says, "Witch is such a strong word. I consider myself a scientist. But I do apologize if I have caused any trouble to you all. What can I do as recompense?"
I will speak up and say, mind if we get a closer look at the cauldron? It's what we've come here for.
Your detect magic is not up anymore because you went unconscious.
I went down.
Yeah, you'd have to recast it. You think you're still out of range anyway.
Yeah.
You weren't though when you...
Oh, it wasn't
Yeah,
wasn't
you-
up until we were in range. So I haven't lost the spell yet.
When you snuck up around here, yes, you would have detected magic coming from the cauldron because that happened before
Oh,
you
okay.
went
So
unconscious.
yeah, I'll burn that off, but it doesn't matter anymore.
Nothing matters anymore, man. You went down like a
Dude.
bitch, like he was Eldov or something.
Hey, I have been filling his role all night.
Better Eldov than Daniel.
Daniel was like twice as strong as Nadric is, probably 3 times when you factor in his magic weapon.
Daniel
Yeah.
wasn't Dragonborn, he was a Weeble.
So I'm sorry, she said, what can I offer as recompense? And Parsley said,
So you want to call her Paisley too?
I do, I really do.
I'll respond and go, yeah, just wanting to take a closer look at that cauldron. It's what we've come here to look after all.
She says, well, this is the results of many, many years of hard work. She says, I would surely let you examine it if there were some assurance that nothing bad would come of it.
We only retaliated, we did not provoke.
And she nods and she says, yes, my darling can be a little aggressive from time to time. And she looks at Umfiz and says, unfortunately, he has a special taste for gnomes.
Put my arm around Umfiz's shoulder, like.
Okay, out loud. I say to the elf that what she's doing to the water supply is destroying a town, and she needs to stop. But telepathically, I say to her that the only thing I desire is Nimbletuft's love, and that if she can give that to me, then I will do whatever she wants.
Oh, goody.
Ooh.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
And here's where it starts.
I'm the only one who can talk to her in private.
This is shaping up to be a very different ending than the Dragon Con game.
Are we gonna have to go Odysseus on this party?
Let me.
Well, 17
where's
and
my,
17.
where's
Which one
my
do you want to
sheet?
take?
I'll take 16 because that's all I have. Oh wait! I have a proficiency in this, so it's 18.
18, okay. Bear with me just a second.
So we're gonna owl bear with you for a minute?
This is the point where I have to put together a little bit of improv on the spot. Because this is a lot more awesome. Okay. She holds out her hand and beckons Frederick forward. And as she does, she starts moving back to the cauldron. Now, what was it exactly Frederick had said out loud?
What did I say? I think what I said was, I was more interested in what I was saying telepathically.
You said something like the damage you're doing to the town.
So
Oh,
I
yes.
said that this is destroying the town downstream, and it needs to stop.
So what's everybody else's reaction to what he actually said?
Nature nods.
Yeah, sounds
Yeah,
good.
just nod.
I cross my arms.
Nimbletuft goes to rejoin his bow.
So you're perching yourself on the ledge there, on the
No,
really...
I'm flying. I'm still
Okay.
flying. But I'm closer to the man I love now.
Hermia goes back behind the waterfall for a moment, just a second. When she comes back, she's holding this wooden goblet, and she reaches down in the potion and she dredges some up. With her other hand, she sprinkles a variety of sands or dusts or some kind of magic sparkly bits into the drink, and she sloshes it around, and she looks over to the group, and she says, again, I offer only my deepest apologies for any trouble I've caused. It's entirely inadvertent, I assure you. But into your mind, she asks, which one is Nimbletuft?
I say back to her in her mind, the bird, the one with the most beautiful plumage you have ever laid eyes on, whose beak sparkles in the morning
damn
sun.
It. God damn it.
She looks over at the group, and her gaze lands on the Aarakocra, and she says, "I would be happy to brew a very fast-working antidote." And as it happens, the ingredient is motioning to the plumage around your flapping wings, and it says, "But a single tuft of the feather plucked from a young, strong Aarakocra lad such as yourself." And she beckons for you to come over.
I'll look over at Parsley. Is that right, boss?
I don't trust her, but what choice do we have?
Alright, so I'll come over and I'll pluck off one of my black feathers and hand it over.
And she takes it and she puts it into the potion and begins stirring it. And then she motions for you both to come over.
Motions for what?
Back behind the waterfall, so that she may finish preparing the tincture and bottle it up for you to take back with you. She says adding it to the town's well will be...
Before they even step out of eyesight, I say, mind if we join you?
What does Nimbletuft do? Oh, Nimbletuft's already there. What does Frederick
She's
do?
already there.
I'm following Nimbletuft.
Okay. So as she's moving back and she's talking, first of all, everybody can make an insight check, except for Frederick. I mean, I guess you could technically make it, but you already know she's lying. So, I'll let everybody else do that insight.
Insight?
Yeah. So the guy who has advantage on the wisdom checks.
Which is everybody. Oh, wait.
Eight.
Oh, wait.
No, only
Insight,
you, because
not-
you've got
not
third eye
charisma.
up.
-1.
-1.
10.
Parsley,
God
you are
damn you,
totally
Parsley.
convinced that this problem is solved. You're like, that was so easy. Like, I've got this owlbear bite, but I'll just bandage that up. No, you're totally convinced that this druid is fixing all of your problems.
3.
Guys, don't even worry about this. We got it.
So
I
they go
solved all
back
the
around the
problems.
cave. And she looks at Nimbletuft and says, "I can tell you are under the influence of the potion that I've produced here, and I would offer you the first drink of the antidote." And she holds out the wooden goblet.
Nimbletuft sighs and says, "It's been fun with Nadric, but I don't think he's responding very well to my advances, so may as well." And he drinks it down.
Drinks it down. As soon as you start drinking, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and put her on the initiative order, because, obviously...
Evil druid.
Nimbletuft, you need to make me a Constitution saving throw. The DC is 13.
Okay.
And
I failed that one.
you failed. Frederick, you need to make me a Wisdom saving throw. DC is... Oops. Is also 13.
Hang on, let me...
Advantages?
I don't think I get advantage in wisdom saving throws. Let me check the rules.
I think just checks. But if it
Yeah,
says
it's
checks,
just checks.
then yeah, you don't get advantage on the save.
Yep.
I failed
Yep.
badly.
Failed. Okay.
Yep.
She speaks a magic incantation while Nimbletuft is drinking, and all of you see and hear it. Oh my god, it's so nice to have an NPC cast a spell where I don't have counterspell in play. That's so good. Frederick, you are paralyzed. When she's finished speaking the incantation, you find you cannot move. And as soon as you find yourself moved in place, she puts a hand out on her shoulder, and from inside of her robes, she whips out this bone dagger and puts it up to your neck. Nimbletuft, your body is racked in pain, just contorting inside, like your bones and muscles are rolling around. You fall to the ground prone, just contorting and twitching. That's going to bring us to Umfiz. And as she whips this bone dagger around, she yells out. She says, "One move and I spill his blood." So you can repeat that wisdom saving throw at the end of each of your turns, Frederick, in order to break the paralysis. Umfiz, your move.
She won't hear me since she's behind the waterfall, right? If I just move up.
Am I
No, well,
conscious?
she can see and hear you. Yes, you are
Okay.
conscious. No, she can see
Can I
and hear
still
you.
can I still use my psychic stuff?
Not while paralyzed. You cannot take any sort of actions.
Did that do
Okay.
any damage to me, or is it just hurt a lot?
You don't know what it's doing to you at this moment, but no damage.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not sure what to do. Umfiz is kind of shocked. Stand there, I guess.
So Umfiz is just standing there shocked. Parsley, what are you doing?
I'm just checking that. Hold on a second. I'm convinced everything worked before she shouted it out. I was about ready to start hopping down the mountain.
So betrayed! What just happened? Everything was going so well.
I know, life was great. Yeah, I've just screw those guys. They fell into a trap. Let's roll up some sleep on them. Try
all of
desperately.
them, go ahead and roll it.
There's no real way else to.
I think it starts with the lowest HP first, does it not?
Yep.
So it's going to start with Nimbletufts. And then Frederick. So you've got to roll really good to affect her with it.
I got
Ouch.
22.
22. So Nimbletuft, I got good news. The pain, like you don't black out. You fall into a restful sleep, and the pain subsides, and you begin dreaming of that sweet, sweet dwarven booty. So the sleep spell goes off, but only Nimbletuft is affected.
Can they
Do I
get my
still
card
have-
to change to Metal Gear Solid?
Do you still have
Ghost
what?
Fable?
Do I still have telepathy while I am paralyzed?
You
Or
do,
is
but I'm going to rule that you can't use it to communicate. Because I wouldn't let you
Oh.
talk if you were paralyzed.
All I was
so.
going to say, all I was going to do was project, God damn it, Parsley.
Hey, I'm just throwing sleep out until she goes down. I can't really do much else.
Frederick, you can repeat that save. DC is 12.
Okay. Does the DC go down by 1 every time I
Nope.
make it, or
Stays
something?
at 12.
I thought it was 13 the first time.
You're right,
Okay,
it is 13. My
You made
bad.
it anyway, though.
It's a 16 anyway, or
Yeah,
I
you're-
pass.
Yeah. So you shake off the paralysis, but she still has you grappled, and she's got the bone knife at your throat. That brings us to the awful monstrosity, who leaps to his feet and darts at the Goliath. Your AC is not great, but you have every hit point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He has all the hit points. He took everyone else's hit points.
So that's going to be 2 hits. Let me roll up all the damage for you. That's a pretty good damage roll. I enjoy this. And you are not raging anymore, so no damage
No, I'm not
reduction for
raging.
you. You still have your...
There's Stone's Endurance, which I will be using.
Yes.
It's a lot.
28 damage from the claws and the beak
Yep. Let's see.
coming at you. So you can go ahead and use that endurance.
So I reduced that by 10.
Okay? So
So
18
that's-
damage. It's a combination of piercing and slashing. As this owlbear leaps back up and starts clawing at you. It takes a big old piece out of the front of your leg. Nimbletuft doesn't get to act. I don't think you get another save against sleep. I think it's if you take damage or someone rouses you.
Yeah, I believe
So
that's.
yeah, you're no movement for you. Laphak.
Thrown and hand axe. I can just hurl it at her. It's
Yep.
regular attack.
Mhm.
All right, that's what I'm
Bonus
doing. Well, I'm gonna bonus action rage first.
I'm going to give you disadvantage because she's got Frederick grappled and is holding him in front of her.
So reckless attack is what I'm hearing.
Whatever you need to do, man. That's fine.
So
But yeah, I'm going to give you
reckless attack.
so that
I
I would
negates
say
the
this
disadvantage.
is This is pretty reckless. So yeah.
So the advantage cancels out the disadvantage. So
Yes.
it's a regular roll.
Yep.
That is a 1921.
That's
a hit.
more than enough to hit.
All right, cool. And it's a thrown hand axe, which is a little bit less. So, oh, that's a fun colored blue. This 4 plus 10 damage.
10 damage. Frederick, the position where you're being held, you see this axe flying at your face. And you know if I jerk my head out of the way, it's going to draw this bone dagger across my pink fleshy throat. So you just gotta close your eyes and pray, and the axe clips off the side of the druid's head, cleaving part of her, like crashing against the inside of her, the outside of her skull, cleaving part of the skin and hair away. And as soon as that happens, the illusion drops. The beautiful female elven form you saw before you dissolves and leaves a thin wisp of magical essence hanging in the air. And in her place is a hideous green-skinned monster. This old, just wrinkly, saggy hag.
Gee, didn't see that coming.
But she's still got Frederick at knife point.
All right. I'm still in this thing's threat range if I move here, right?
Yes.
I'm going to do that.
That brings us to Nadric.
Avenge me, my love.
Nadric! Alright, here we go. Let's see.
You should get closer to me in a very non-suggestive, non-sexual way.
And there goes my phone.
There we go. That's better.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. It gives me advantage, yes?
Yes, you get advantage on melee attack rolls against hostile creatures within 5 feet of me.
Alright. Cool beans. Cool beans. I like it. Woo! That is a 3 or a 6, which becomes a 11.
Not gonna do it. So you swing back with your flail, trying to get down on this owl bear. But
Bonus action, compel duel.
I'm trying to think. Who was Nadric infatuated with? Umfiz.
Nadric is Umfiz, yeah. So I gotta protect Umfiz.
But no, you're just very briefly distracted by thoughts of Umfiz. That gorgeous, just, Nomi got back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you miss with the flail.
Unless
and
you got buns, baby.
So you compel duel a bonus action?
Yep.
Okay, then yeah, you compel the owlbear to duel you.
Save wisdom for that.
I don't think you can pass this though. Not with that roll.
DC 12.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's lower than I was expecting, but no. Sorry.
All right. Cool. That takes up my concentration for that.
Okay. Frederick.
Hmm?
You have an AC. It's not your turn. She's attacking you.
Yeah, I was thinking it's not even close to my turn. My AC is 11.
It is 11. And she draws the blade across your neck.
Ow.
Oops. For 15 slashing damage. As she opens up a vein and the blood starts seeping down over your shirt, which I imagine was very nice up to this point. And you all watch in horror as she opens up Frederick's neck. As she yells out for the owlbear to continue ripping the rest of you to shreds. Umfiz.
Okay. Remembering what happened earlier, Umfiz is going to try saying the word for the owlbear.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check and do it at advantage.
Is a
Roll it at
11
advantage.
and
Yeah,
a... Oh.
Even better than 11.
Yeah, that is a 21.
Sorry, you said 21?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that die I was looking for. Nope, can't beat a 21. Alright. And, again, this time you look directly at the creature and speak the word. And it, again, lets out this long yawn and starts moving back to its nest, which it can't actually do till its next turn. But it looks like it's about to crawl back to its nest. Parsley.
Again, the only other sane man here, Laphak, just tearing it apart, and he gets this beautiful ding noise come off for him.
That was not a triangle. that was clearly a cash register.
Cash register.
I was going for the chef ding. It's all I could find.
Laphak, you have a bardic inspiration eye. It's a d6 you can add to any ability check, saving throw, or attack roll.
And then I'm just
Yay.
fine cowering right here.
Cowering behind the
might-
gnome.
Yeah. I might scoot behind the wall a little bit, be out of her line of sight.
Which square do you want to be in? Don't be half in one square and half in another. There you go.
This one. There you go.
Okay. All right, Frederick.
Well, I am feeling very hurt and betrayed right now.
Yes. And you look at the ground, and Nimbletuft, you see feathers are starting to fall off of his body in clumps, and parts of his body are starting to, like, throb in weird ways. Like these growths are starting to appear.
Yep.
Well, this has made me very sad. So I'm going to go ahead and put 3 psi points into a mind thrust.
Okay.
Right into the evil witch druid.
Okay. She's gonna be a little bit harder to hit than the
Yeah,
dogs and
I
birds you've been
recognize.
attacking so far.
I recognize this.
Okay. But that'll do it.
Psychic Blast.
Go ahead and roll that damage.
All right.
Show it focused
the-
totality of your psychic strength.
This is some 22 damage right here.
22. And she cries out in pain as you invade her brain and just start setting all the little, like, her oblongata on fire. Whatever the hell you're doing in there, it's between you and God. Leave me out of it. But she shrieks as she puts her hand up to her head. She drops the knife and it clatters to the ground. And she begins begging, screaming for mercy.
Do I
brings
have
us-
do I have movement right now?
Do you have move? No, she's still got you grappled, and you can't. You've already used your action, so you can't escape the grapple.
Okay.
But she's taken the blade away, and she's dropped it, and it's clattered to the floor.
Wait, she's got one hand holding the knife, one hand on her head. What's she grabbing onto?
She has
She
three
doesn't
hands.
have she doesn't have a hand on the knife anymore.
Yeah, she dropped the knife. That's why she dropped the knife.
Okay.
If you want me to just turn her into a three-handed hag, I'm down with that.
I thought hags already had 3 hands.
They got lots of stuff. Awful monstrosity.
Daffy time.
Yeah, starts crawling back. You both have a reaction you can take if you want.
Nope. We're fine with that.
You're fine with that, Laphak?
Yeah, I'll let it be for the time being. I've already attacked the hag, so
Let it
I
be?
still have
Okay.
rage.
And Nimbletuft, roll to contort and twist and writhe in pain.
What am I rolling?
That does, and just whatever, you know. It's just
Okay.
Just roll.
Make it feel like you're actually doing something.
Laphak.
Yeah, okay. Nice. 18.
18. You twitching, good. Laphak.
Thank you.
Can I actually position myself to get to her at all? Or is there just
Technically,
too much in the way?
yes, because she would actually have. She's got him grappled, but he's on the ground here. So, I mean, all you have to do is step over Nimbletuft and into one of these other empty squares over here.
All right.
Then fall in the river.
Yeah.
All right. Gonna switch to my great axe. I think.
Okay.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to attack with my hand axe because I realize that costs me an action. But we'll make it reckless.
Wait, what costs you an action?
Switching weapons. Since I threw a hand axe at her, so I'm assuming I need an action to switch to
You don't.
the great axe.
You actually
Oh,
don't.
all right,
It's
cool.
free.
Then
No.
fuck it.
Swapping once is a free
I'm
action.
gonna hit her with my great axe,
Yeah, do it,
and it's gonna be reckless.
nerd.
And I'm raging. That
So
will
angry.
be 6. 2 is 8. That's 20.
That hits.
21 to hit. 21 to hit.
Yep.
Gotta roll some damage. Hopefully, that's not gonna be a 1.
Oh, there you go.
That is
Look at
plus
that,
6,
opposite of a
18
one.
damage.
And you rear back and you knock this hag's head off.
Yeah. Damn right I do.
That brings us to Nadric.
Right over here. See that the hag is dead.
Hag is very dead.
Good job. Yep, good job.
Thanks, Nadric.
You don't look so good.
No, I'm in better shape than this guy right here.
Are you? I don't even know what's happening to me, really.
Oh,
I'm
wait,
fine, I
oh,
guess.
yeah, oh,
I
Wait,
think
Nimbletuft?
Nimbletufts I think is in a bad way
oh,
because
yeah.
of that potion.
I got it backwards. Okay, okay. Let's see, my lay on hands can burn 5 hit points of it, cure 1 disease, or neutralize 1 poison affecting it. So that sounds about right. Let's try that.
Okay, so you're burning 5
Boom!
points of lay on hands.
Yeah, to remove a disease or poison.
And you see the various parts of Nimbletuft's body that are contorting in pain. The muscles relax a little bit.
All right.
The breathing becomes less erratic and less haggard.
Good.
That brings
That's it
us
for my lay on
to
hands, guys.
the evil druid witch is dead. Ding dong, etc. Umfiz, what's up, man?
Alright, well, the owlbear doesn't look like it's going to do anything anytime soon, right?
The owlbear right now is circling in its nest. Looks like it's going to lay back down.
Okay, just gonna move up a little. Oh, not there. Here.
Okay.
That's it.
Who wants a D8 plus 4 for health? I sheepishly say, after that horrible experiment.
I probably lost the most HP, but I'm actually probably okay.
You
for a
had
while.
like, how much did you have to start
had
with?
44.
You had 44 to start
That's
with.
right, I forgot.
A level 3 character.
Yeah. Constitution's 19. And he gets a D12 per level. Barbarians are crazy.
So anyone in
rolled
need?
12 for level 2.
I
Yes.
kind of could use hit points, but I'd like to ask Nimbletuft first because I don't know what's happened to him.
Well, someone would need to shake me awake first, because right now I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
So let's wake him up first and then see what his health is like.
Nimbletuft, you feel very groggy, and there are patches of skin where your feathers have fallen away. You have these weird, kind of sore lumps poking out of your forelimbs and in your midsection. But when you touch them, like they feel a little sore, but they don't feel like they're growing and throbbing. It feels like some kind of transformation was starting to rack your body, but Nadric has balmed it from you. It doesn't feel like you are under the effects of the poison any longer.
Okay.
Nimbletuft, baby, speak to me. How do you feel?
I hope these will grow back. I feel a little crappy.
So who does Parsley
Don't
heal
let
then?
Nadric see me like this, please.
Yeah, who needs healing if anyone?
Is Nimbletuft missing any hit points?
I have not been told that I have.
No, he's not missing anything.
Okay, then I could probably use it.
All right. You get 10 hit points back. Look at that.
There you go.
baller.
Why are we drinking strange potions that evil witches are giving to us?
Well, I thought it was an antidote, and so did Boss.
Yeah, no, dude, that sounded reasonable to me.
So what is done about the owlbear in the next couple of minutes?
Princess.
Is anything done about the owlbear?
Oh, just leave it.
So.
I mean, if it's not threatening us, no, we just leave it, I imagine.
So what's next then? What's the next?
You guys
we
do
have to-
realize we've killed the only lead on the magic love potion into a river situation, right?
I'm
just
pretty
got-
sure this cauldron right
cauldron
here is
away.
the love
I
potion.
think this cauldron is the source of it.
Is there any of it like being drained into the river right now?
Yeah, every few moments there is a string that goes over the side of the cauldron. It's actually built up on this scaffolding, so it's kind of hanging half over the river. And every few potions, a drop of the potion, every few moments, a drop of this potion travels down the string and drops down into the water supply.
We just kick the cauldron over, you think?
That would
kill
terrible
everyone
idea.
in the town.
I'm not into the river. I mean, come on.
It would still trickle down into it.
Yeah, this is not proper toxic waste disposal procedure.
What's toxic
Somebody we had
waste?
some sort of demi-plane.
What's
I-
the plane?
I say we just take this cauldron back with us. I see
Yeah.
no need to leave a tidy prophet sitting up here in a mountain.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of things we could do with this potion right here.
I mean,
How much-
I do have a perfume vial on me.
Now,
How full is this cauldron?
Very full. It looks like it's very full, and the scaffolding it's on doesn't look very sturdy.
I'll fly up there if that'll help.
Could we maybe just unhook the string or tube or whatever it was, the magic
No, that-
device in which it got into the river, and come back with a couple of empty casks from underneath the tavern basement?
Is that the plan?
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
We should
I mean,
just destroy this.
properly applied, this potion right here could serve as a tremendous boon to our business endeavors.
Absolutely. As a leader of the party, I agree this is far too valuable to waste.
I feel like Laphak's about to make a sound. Like, part of me knows.
That's a different character.
Nimbletuft looks over at Nadric and says, "Yeah, I think this could be very valuable to us."
That wasn't
We
the right
should
sound.
just
You did it
destroy
wrong.
this.
I know.
So, Brick, you said that our water skins would be empty, right?
Yeah, unless you.
By
I mean, you could just open it and dump it out on the ground if you wanted.
I'm just gonna say, for sake of argument, my water skin was empty. So I'm gonna go fly up there and enact the plan. Just like snip that thing with my talons, that string.
Okay. And you find it impossible to cut.
Pull it out.
This might be harder than we think, boss.
Let's just drain the barrel. Or drain the cauldron. That should stop it.
While I'm up here,
It seemed like
I'm
this.
gonna try to do this stealthily. I'm gonna mage hand my my water skin into the potion supply.
Okay. And you lower your water skin down into the potion?
Yeah, let's see. Do I have to make a sleight of hand
No.
check for this and see if I can do it
Just-
stealthily?
Drop it in. Oh, you're
but I
trying to
don't
do it
want the rest of-
stealthily.
Yeah.
That would be
You
impossible
refill it.
because your mage hand is invisible, but your water skin is not.
That's true.
So everybody would see the water skin going down into the cauldron. Unless you point and said, "Hey, everybody, look over there." It's not going to work.
I have a negative 3 butts perception, so I would not notice either way.
I currently have advantage on wisdom throws, so I would definitely see it.
So what's being
That
done
doesn't
about the
have
cauldron?
to
What's the decision?
Destroy it.
I say we just try and drain it. You know, this would be terrible to go to waste.
Can we
I-
move the string so it's not like pointed directly into the river? If we can't cut it.
Just move the cauldron out from under the string.
I guess I don't understand how the string's set up.
Good. It's going inside the cauldron. It looks like like a candle wick coming up over the edge of the cauldron. The cauldron
Can I try-
itself is kind of teetering half on and half off this ledge, and the string goes up over the lip of the cauldron, dangling
Can
down
I-
above the water.
Oh, I see.
I'll try to pull it out if I can't cut it.
To pull the string out?
Yeah.
And just like a candle wick, it feels like there's a lot more inside of it coiled up around the bottom of the cauldron.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll just keep rolling, I guess.
Okay, what's the weight limit on a mage hand?
Well, this is
5
not
pounds,
with
I
my mage
think.
This is not with a mage hand, okay?
Yeah.
Make a dexterity check.
Okay.
What is the ill adverse of getting this all over you?
DC, you can make this a sleight of hand check if you want. It's DC 16.
Let's see.
If anybody's going to make sleight of hand, it's going to be Nimbletuft.
I got 15 on that.
Only 15?
Yep.
You start to move the string out, and not really expecting the bulk on the inside, it shifts in the bottom of the cauldron, which causes the cauldron itself to spin laterally on the scaffolding, which causes the scaffolding to creak a little bit.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
One person within 5 feet of the cauldron right now can make a strength check to catch the cauldron.
Am I
I do
still
not got
raging?
this.
Are you still raging?
somebody
You're not.
still have
It's
bar-
been too long.
Does somebody still have Bardic Inspiration?
I do.
And
Yes,
you can
it's-
add it to this roll. Yes, it's a strength check.
Who's our highest strength? I
That's-
assume it's Laphak.
He by
Yeah.
far, yes.
7
Oh,
plus
no.
4 is 11, plus this
Oh,
Bardic
no.
Inspiration thing.
Please roll well.
Can we get one of Zook's lucky dice?
14.
14. And the things are teetering for a moment, and Laphak just, it looks like it's
Can I
slow
assist?
motion.
Give him a. Can I just give him an advantage?
He just reaches out and bear hugs around this thing with his Goliath hands around the side of this cauldron, and for a moment it looks like they're both going to go over. But he manages to keep it there. The scaffolding is creaking back and forth slightly now, but Laphak's got his big bare arms around the top of this cauldron.
I swoon
Let's-
for a minute.
Let's walk this cauldron out of here and then decide what to do with it.
Let's get him away from the water.
What do you do, Laphak?
I was going to put it down for a moment so I could readjust my grip on it. Get a
Down.
better grip
On the scaffolding or on the ground?
on the ground.
Make me a dexterity check. This can be sleight of hand if you want.
Why would I make it sleight of hand? I'm not hiding this.
No. That's just reading from the module. It says it can be a sleight of hand check. What do you want from me?
Hey guys, look over there. Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Laphak!
Oh no.
Roll me some percentile dice and tell me which ones is tens and which ones is ones.
Uh-oh.
Jesus. I just wanted to destroy this cauldron.
You did, but
If you do, it's coming out of your pay.
My pay. Oh, this is a big menu. Alright, so red will be hundreds. Or 10. Red will be tens. Green will be singles. Singles, yeah, that's a thing.
Red
Sure.
should be 100s in this case.
58.
Oh.
he's got the strength to pick up the cauldron, but he's not dexterous enough to keep from sloshing around, and he spills 58% of the potion down into the river.
Uh-oh.
Oh god.
What do you do with the cauldron? You get it set down on the ground behind you, so it's not in any more danger of falling in.
Yeah,
but
I'm doing that.
a large quantity of potion has been spilled into the river, and looking down, you see the pink fog coming up from where the waterfall meets the river, and you see the pink trail going downstream.
Is the pink fog in danger of rising up to where we are?
No.
One quick
'Cause
question.
that would get
How
interesting
long
in
did
a
it
hurry.
take to get up this mountain?
It only took
Days.
a little while to get up the side of the mountain once you actually got here, but it was a 3-day journey. The morning of the 4th day, you arrived at the base of the mountain. But I mean, that water's traveling much quicker than you walked.
Yeah.
I immediately empty my vial of perfume and fill it with this stuff.
Okay.
I'm not leaving this here.
Okay.
I was just wanting to see how many water skins we could fill if we all shared.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go ahead and fill any water skins we have.
We
with
won't
this
make it
stuff.
back down the mountain though. Like these water skins are written off. I just have an empty vial of perfume in my inventory.
Yeah, I'm gonna fill my water skin with the clean water from upstream.
You have to
Yeah, I
hold
guess
up in the
this
waterfall
is-
would be the way to do it then.
Yeah.
You know what? And I'm also
Yeah.
filling up. I'm also filling up my jar of ink, and if my lamp will carry any.
So the princess fills up everything she can. Now, directly from the module, because that's how the adventure ends. You kill the hag. We're at the end of the adventure. We're gonna do some resolution stuff now. If 50% or more of the cauldron is spilled, including if the cauldron falls into the river will forever bear a minor love effect and become a local legend. In time, it may grow to attract love seekers and potion makers from near and far. This does little to resolve the supply shortages, which may cause a regional famine unless Lanador is brought to its senses. Which I'm assuming you guys don't care about, because you're going to take the love potion back to the Underdark and make a lot
Yeah,
of money.
apparently that's what we're doing. So.
Brothels are the next
So-
thing that happens.
Apparently the business transaction we got out of this is we have a fucking love potion. So
And, I mean, very easily you're able to arrange to carry the remainder of the contents of the cauldron back. And you make a lot of money off of it. I mean, from your point of view, it's a profit. From the point of view of the people of Lanador and the surrounding regions, many of them starve
whom
to
we
death,
know or
and it's
care
the
about.
worst winter on record. Now,
So we
Maria
literally
can be
just
forced to
recreated
create an
Serenity.
antidote if she's left alive. She will create a potion. The potion will cure the effect of the love potion, but an added bit of magic interjected will actually create uncontrollable mutations, turning the townsfolk into hideous aberrations that proceed to plague the countryside and will require extermination. So that didn't happen, because
This is literally just Serenity.
because Nimbletuft had the poison bomb before he turned into a terrible aberration. So the last resolution then is, how do you deal with tulips? What do you do about tulips? Do you turn him in? Do you leave him alone?
I'm striking up a business deal with him at
I
this
say we
rate.
probably leave them alone.
That's gonna take care of itself. Sounds
I propose we go drop kick him into the river.
So that
So
does,
actually, wait. One question.
yeah.
So you said that it is a legit antidote. Am I still attracted to Nadric?
You're not. No, it was a real antidote, but it just had horrible mutation added to it.
But it's okay. I'll always have Umfiz.
Just an update, Seki Bonky just came into Twitch chat. I'm sorry he missed all this.
Oh, poor
So,
Sekibaki.
you all enjoyed the adventure then, I take it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
That was-
Now,
This was a grand introduction.
you all put 58% of the potion into the river. I
No,
ran this
no, no, no,
adventure.
no, no. The bear put 50% into the river.
I ran this adventure first at Dragon Con for the other 3 Flumph players who aren't here tonight, as well as my good buddy
Chat, we can
Vorpal,
get him.
my good buddy
Clancy.
Vorpal, and my wife Peanut, and a guy that I don't think most of my viewers will know, but people in my Mumble call might know. Callie Scrub was playing as well.
Okay. Yeah. We might be able to get McLean in here to Mumble and have him
How
give it.
much? And McLean, don't tell them the answer, but what percentage of potion do you think they dropped in the river?
I already know.
I'm
the
gonna
answer.
guess
That sounds like
100%.
I was about to say probably. It's
They probably dropped the whole thing into
They
it.
dropped
the whole thing or
into the river.
nothing.
Entire thing.
They did. Now, it's not they, it's one person in particular. And knowing who
Nodal.
the players were, who do you think did?
McLean.
Mc-
McLean.
McLean, I heard a nodal.
I bet
gonna
it's
Gotta be
peanut.
notable.
I bet it's peanut.
Oh!
It was Destel, of all people. After the combat was done and we're determining the resolutions, he says, you know what, I'm gonna just dump it in the river.
Wow.
And he went over into the river with the cauldron, so he got mutated and the rest of the party had to murder him.
Wow.
That's how
Why
they
would-
chose to resolve
Why
it.
did he do that?
Because it was the end of the one shot, he's like, you know what? This is fine.
I'm not surprised by it. I'm not surprised by it at all.
So yeah, nobody got laid though at the Dragon Con
Oh,
one. Nobody.
Oh, really? No.
They did get you. Both groups had the idea to get hired on at the tavern to try to investigate back there. You guys chased down the handbills. They chased down the ale. They said we want to go talk to the brewer, and there's no brewer in the module, so I had to make up this brewer. And Vorpal had a rogue, and he broke in and was poking around. And
McLean wants to know if he can hop in the mumble.
yeah.
Did anyone decide to go break into a poor, defenseless farmer's house, though?
As I recall, they went up to this brewer's family, and he was packed up and ready to leave town to get out. Well, the getting was good. And Vorpal broke into his house and looked around a bit, but didn't find. There were no clues in there to find.
Rick, you forgot exactly how stupid the Dragon Con one ended.
Did I?
Okay.
Stupid.
Okay. It is even stupider than he remembered. So, that little bit of backstory. Me and Callie Scrub, a guy you guys don't know, we were playing twin ogres, twin half orc ogre berserkers, and we had this rivalry going the entire time. It was like Lord of the Rings. I got one, that kind of thing. And my guy was stronger, so I was killing more shit. So, the plan at the end was. We had somebody somebody who went invisible and went and scouted out the situation. We saw the scaffolding. We saw it was teetering. So the plan was they made me the strongest characters, but full on stupid berserker. They turned me invisible, and the plan was they all went in and they were going to distract the owlbear, which I swear I thought you knew was an owlbear at Dragon Con.
I did. I told it.
Yeah, it was
I know what an owlbear is, yes.
I figured you were. That's why I was like, he knows what a fucking owlbear is. But anyways, so they went in to distract the owlbear, and then they were going to engage it in combat, and I was supposed to sneak over and literally suplex the cauldron off of the thing away from the river. But the owlbear landed like a massive critical hit on my brother, and I decided my character, as stupid as he is going to go defend his brother. So he goes and attacks the owlbear, completely forgets his mission. The witch comes out, yada, yada, yada. There's a little negotiation. It wasn't post-game. The witch was there, and we were negotiating, and we were like, oh, what are we going to do?
Right,
and I'm still like, well, should I go suplex it? And Dessel's like, fuck it. He's playing like a 3-pound gnome wizard, and decides he's going to go grab the cauldron and just plops right into the river.
That's right, because you guys had placated Hermia. You didn't kill her right away.
Right. So then I think I killed one of the berserkers kills the owlbear, and she gets intimidated. So then we got her to make the potion. So the end game was we decided we personally killed Destel after he got mutated.
He fell in the river and got the full blast of the potion and mutated.
So you did the right thing.
Right, but we didn't take the potion for profit. What we did is we basically extorted the gnome to pay us to not tell the town about him. I think the 75 gold that he was offering you guys in flowers, we just made him pay us out, basically. So I enjoyed this quite a bit. It was a lot of fun watching.
It was a good time.
This is a really fun little just one-shot adventure. I just love how just ridiculous it is.
And no, nobody got laid in ours. We used we had detect magic going up way earlier, and
stop. I'm sorry, I'm talking to other McDohl.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Anywho, we had detect magic going up way earlier, and no one fell in love with each other in our party, which I'm a little disappointed about because I think that would have been a lot of fun.
It was pretty fun.
I like how, and at the end, I just like how it was everyone as a cluster of who loves who, and it's just
that was delightful.
I guess this is happening now. This is our life.
Yeah, no, I opened it up the same way with the merchant, and I'm like, you know what? I know Nodal's going to do something great with this merchant, and he just didn't. He's like, no, I'm not interested. Well, fine. Be totally a dick then. Guy's just looking for a little love, you know.
Well, we went and made Nodal. We didn't have the whole drow elf thing backstory. That was created purely because of the way that character rolled
because
up,
of Ice Swirls,
which is great. So we actually voted on who the leader was, and I said, well, my stupid guy was going to vote for the most charismatic one, and so that was Nodal's character, who was just a completely bullshit paladin, I think.
Was he a paladin?
If I ever get to campaign a bard, it's going to be a triangle bard.
I love
It's
it.
just too perfect.
So yeah, everybody give yourself a hand. I'm glad you guys were able to play. I'm glad that all of my regular players got to do this one adventure.